Welcome to the GHMC Hybis News Special. My name is Suresh Kochatal. The old city of Hyderabad has a charm of its own. With a history of over 4 centuries, it showcases all its pristine glory. From the smell of food that wafts around to crowds shopping for everything from pearls to bangles, the smell of Atar, the quaint old palaces. It's like time has frozen itself in an era gone by. But as time moves along, so does the city of Hyderabad. The old city of Hyderabad, to be precise. When it comes to Hyderabad, there is clearly a divide, politically, geographically, and even architecturally. The old city of Hyderabad across the Musi is different from its cousin, the modern city of Hyderabad, and the British era Sikandrabad. Even when it comes to election, the same rules apply. There is a clear divide in the voter preferences and the atmospherics compared to the other part of the city. Very little of graffiti, flexes, hoardings, and even loudspeakers blaring from the campaign vehicles. All is missing. We took a tour of the old city to discover the issues at hand. The basic problem is the lack of development. And that has been the same story for decades now. While the rest of the Twin Cities have seen rapid development, the old city is still in a time wrap. Every successive government that ruled the state has announced one grandiose scheme after another for the old city, but nothing has taken off. Let me make one thing clear here. One should not change the character, the look and feel of the old city of Hyderabad. It needs to have that walk back into the past look, but that does not stop the government from improving the infrastructure over and under the ground. Now let's take issues one by one. The Charminar pedestrianization project. It was launched with a lot of fanfare, just like any other government scheme, with a good aim to provide a walkway around the immediate precincts of the iconic Charminar. The move to make it exclusively pedestrian-friendly area was to ensure that traffic was kept away and save the Charminar from structural damage and environmental also. But improper flooring, water stagnation, garbage accumulation, and proliferation of hawkers killed this project. This has made it difficult for customers who come to shop at the famous Lad Bazaar and other shops around the area, especially the elderly people. They cannot walk on these tiles which are uneven. Many trip while walking. Now let's come to the next project, the much talked about Musi riverfront development. This is another pet project of the Municipal Administration Minister K.T. Ramarao. The project was first conceived way back in 2006, but successive governments have ignored it. The decade-old Musi riverfront development and beautification project has hardly seen any projects and any progress, though the Musi Riverfront Development Corporation was formed in 2017 and Rs 1,665 crore was earmarked for the project. Neither has it succeeded in diverting the effluents or in removing the encroachments on the banks of the river. The recent flood showed how flimsy the project is on paper. The MRDC has invited international firms to submit their designs for the beautification and development of the Musi, and some firms were even shortlisted. In fact, K.T. Ramarao even took a trip down to Gujarat to see how the Sabarmati riverfront works. That has been done beautifully, and I personally have visited that place. But since then, this project at Musi has been in deep freeze despite the High Court directions to get moving. MRDC officials say that the government has asked them not to go ahead with the project until instructed so to do. The 2.5 years have passed by and the corporation has been paying MSRDC officials salaries amounting to Rs 3.15 crore, which has subsequently gone up annually. Some 754 crore have even been allocated in the budget for the project, but the results have been very, very disappointing. After the formation of the Telangana state, the government decided to give Musi a facelift at an estimated cost, as I mentioned before, of 740 crore. In fact, the National River Conservation Directorate was to fund 70% of the project. However, due to an alleged fund crunch, that project has been gathering dust and its cost has now escalated to 1,665 crore. more than double. The government then constituted what is now called the MRDC, with the state government expected to contribute about 500 crore for the project, but the remaining was to be raised from banks and other financial institutions. Great idea, never took off. The beautification project was finally conceived in December 2017 and has been coma for the last 2 and 3 years now. Sources say the government claims it's running out of funds and does not want to remove about 12,000 encroachments prior to the forthcoming of the civic election that are being held now on the 1st of December. A survey of the encroachments to be removed was carried out, but that requires the government's permission and political will. The shortlisted designs have been gathering dust, and MRDC officials refused to comment on the issue. And the recent floods just took away whatever was left of it. Infrastructure development or lack of it is the bane of the old city. Narrow roads, by-lanes, no road widening, possibly due to political interference. In fact, there is not a single flyover in the old city. Lack of road width is a major issue in the old city, with narrow roads and hawkers occupying a good part of the driveway, leaving hardly any space for the motorist. A few years ago, government banned the entry of buses into the core Charminar area, and it's here that one feels a lack of options like a battery operated small vehicles or even a metro. But there is no such plan anywhere in sight. The Hyderabad metro is now complete in all respects, but that link from MGBS to Falaknuma is now as good as scrapped. The Asaduddin Owaisi led Majlis-e-Ittihadul Muslimin had opposed the project in the old city on the grounds that it would impact large number of buildings, including religious and heritage structures. The MIM wanted the project to run alongside the Musi, but Larsen and Toubro metro did not play ball, and the Musi riverfront does not have much of a potential footfalls in that area. The old city link of the metro was supposed to have 6 metro stations: Salajing Museum, Charminar, Shali Banda, Shamsherganj, Jangalmet and Falaknuma. But after having completed 69 kilometers of phase 1, 2 and 3 of the Hyderabad metro, the concessionaire have washed up their hands. Any attempt to revive the project in the old city will have to be done by a new entity, as a costlier small link of just 6 kilometers will go up dramatically. The Mozam Jahi market restoration was one successful project, but here again, due to the recent rains, we have seen that it is leaking from all over the place, and GHMC says they will correct it in the days to come. But we will have to see how that works, because that is something we will have to really look at, because the Mozam Jahi market is a kind of a core area for shoppers to come in, eat those famous ice creams that are there, and definitely go through the entire area around the Karachi bakery, the flower market and all that. There are also issues like garbage disposal that are kind of clogging the old city, clogging it big time, because there is no proper system like the other parts of the Twin Cities. But then that also requires a lot of investment and political will by the GHMC to get it done. The conservation of heritage buildings in the old city is another issue. Some of them are with private individuals, some of them are with government trust, and something has to be done to have a cohesive plan of action. There are many issues which concern the old city, including the lack of proper drainage system, including storm water drains which date back to the days of the Nizam. One heavy rain and many areas of the old city get flooded. Most new colonies have sprung up on lake beds reaching the full tank level. Any attempt to remove these illegal constructions is a political hot potato. It is estimated that in a study conducted by the Administrative Staff College of India, that about 50,000 crore rupees will be required to complete the revamp of water and sewerage systems in the twin cities of Hyderabad and Secunderabad. Building a new water facility along the ORR as proposed by the GHMC in the same amount will be easy, but digging up old pipelines and laying new ones in the old city is a surefire recipe for disaster. I could go on and on. The claim of Telangana Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao of making the old city of Hyderabad into a modern day Istanbul will remain a dream at the most. Of course, politicians continue to make tall claims, but citizens know that it will never happen. That is the old city of Hyderabad. Thank you for watching this GHMC election special.